one ethically build a power base when your boss is asking you to do something different to their boss, and yet will not support you in meetings when the senior manager challenges you?
Okay, I mean, appreciating first, there's a lot of questions. Don't forget, I will get to all of the questions, even if it is after, because we've got a lot more content that we want to cover. But just to come to Ian's question, we perhaps have one more, Rain, after this. But Ian was raising a very important point, because effectively we're looking at, you're looking at two different agendas. That's not necessarily two different types of power. So you need to dip below and look at the power sources that each of those individuals are using, and then start to make a political decision. I mean, one of the parts that I put in Political Dilemmas at Work, the book, was about turf wars and looking at competing power interests. And what you need to do is to get a clear fix on the dynamic between those two people and yourself, because it's not either one or the other, it's one or the other or you. And so there are three people in that dynamic, and all of them can influence the other. But one of the main considerations you've got to think of is it's not so much about the power, it's what you do with the power, the political action that you take. So if your boss is pushing a particular course, go against that at your peril. And the reason why I say that is because in most cases your boss will have a very immediate power over you. They will be able to completely rubbish your reputation in career terms in the rest of the organisation, able to turn around and just fire you, or they may be able to push you into a backwater where you have no influence and can't do anything. Having said that, there's the boss, the big boss. You've got to weigh that danger, that risk, against what the big boss or the boss's boss will actually say and do. So you've got to take into account and also start to basically bet. You've got to actually get the probabilities coming through in a lot more clarity so that you can make a rational decision rather than an emotional one. And in most cases I see, Ian, is people are making an emotional decision rather than a rational decision. Fine to implement with emotion, but get that clinical analysis, that objective analysis as clear as you possibly can, because usually in those cases there is a middle ground and a middle way through those two, and it is about having that clarity so you can find those so that you can move forward with a great deal more confidence, and dare I say it, potentially mediating between the two, bringing them closer together so that you can all succeed and move forward. So it's like often what appears to be conflicting agendas are just different priorities, and you potentially have the opportunity to look a little bit more objectively at it and hopefully mediate between the two and bring them a little bit more together, and then everybody's happy. And that's the ultimate solution, I think, unless they're really really at loggerheads with each other. So that's what my response to that, Ian, but a very difficult decision which needs very delicate handling. Okay, I hope you found that useful, and if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch.